Good morning. Happy Monday. Today for Cafe, we are going to have a science focus and we are going to talk about magnets. So I'm going to do a read aloud, a book that I put together about magnets, and then we will have an activity with Flat Risk this week because Flat Risk is going to go with you on adventures to determine what is magnetic and what is not magnetic. Okay, so let's read this book about magnets to get us started. All about magnets. A magnet has two poles, a north pole and a south pole. Okay, so this is called a horseshoe magnet and it's shaped like a horseshoe. So the poles on this magnet are down here at the bottom, a north pole and a south pole. When you put together opposite poles, like a north pole and a south pole, the magnets attract and pull together. So when something attracts to a magnet, they pull together. Okay, so attract means to come together. Okay. When you put together the same poles, like a north and a north pole, or a south and a south pole, the magnets repel or push apart. So the way we could show this is attract, this is repel, and it might be hard to see, but I'm pushing my hands apart. They don't go together. So attract, repel, they push apart. Magnets will attract things that are made of iron, cobalt, which is a metal, or nickel. These things are called magnetic metals. So if they attract or they pull to a magnet, they are called magnetic. And metals are magnetic. Some things that are not attracted, so they're going to repel and push away to a magnet, these things are called non-magnetic. So if you attract, you're magnetic. If you repel or push away, you are non-magnetic. This magnet is called a bar magnet. Right here, it's a bar. That makes sense. And this magnet is called a horseshoe. And we talked about that. Okay? So the main idea that we want to focus on with our magnets is that if they are magnetic, they are going to attract. If they are non-magnetic, they are going to repel or push away. So what I would like you to do today for Cafe is you have a paper like this. It says My Magnetic Classroom. Now, if we were together in our classroom, we would definitely go on a scavenger hunt in our classroom and around the building. Because we are at home for virtual learning, we changed some of these things to look more like your home because your classroom right now is your home. So you are going to take Flat Risk. How many of you noticed that Flat Risk had a magnet on the back? Well, I told you that magnet was to maybe put me on your fridge so you didn't lose me under your bed. Well, it was also because I knew this week we would. So take your magnet with Flat Risk and together I will go with you to find things that are magnetic, which means they're metal and they attract, or things that are non-magnetic, which are mostly going to be plastic, maybe paper, but they don't stick, they repel. So you're looking at your bed, your table, a book, your refrigerator, a folder, a door, the door handle, a paper clip, and a pencil. So you are going to explore your classroom and your home to see which objects attract or repel. So next to the item, you're going to write magnetic, non-magnetic, because we're practicing those two vocabulary words, magnetic, non-magnetic. And the words are right up here, so you don't have to worry about stretchy snake. You don't have to worry about getting it correct. Just copy it and use your resources at the top. Magnetic, non-magnetic. So after you go through this list, then you're going to do down here at the bottom. What do all of the magnetic things have in common? What do they have in common? All right. So this is your cafe word work for today. Then for author illustrator, you just took flat risk and you just did an adventure, and you are going to write 2 sentences about what you and flat risk discovered about magnetics or magnets, or things that are magnetic or non-magnetic. Okay, so this is your word work for cafe. For author illustrator, you're writing 2 sentences about what you and flat risk did, what you learned about magnets. And I will also show you your math. Give me 1 second to grab it. So your math, I have it right here. We're still using that double 10 frame, okay? Because we are in the home stretch with our virtual learning, we have met all of our objectives for math. We even taught things that you didn't have to know for kindergarten. You all are amazing. So Mrs. Komernicki and I said, let's just practice some of those things they really, really, really need to be strong in. So flex your math muscles for first grade. And one of those skills is addition. Okay, so we're going to keep practicing addition. You have this paper and you have this paper. Okay, we are going to use these papers throughout the week. Okay, so we're going to use them, but we're going to use them again on Tuesday. We're going to use them again on Wednesday because we wanted to simplify. We wanted to save copies, and we also wanted to just keep practicing the same strategy of addition. So what you're going to do today is you are going to look at these boxes. They're labeled A all the way through K. Okay, A through K. You do not need a pencil today. You're just doing some mental math with your 10 frame, your double 10 frame, and that snack, whatever snack you want. Okay, I talked to some friends, they use marshmallows. Some friends were using goldfish. Whatever you want to use, ideally it will fit in these boxes. Okay, so what I would do first is I would have my double 10 frame out and I would have my boxes A through K. I will look at A. A says 5 plus equals 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 5 of my snack. I know that 5 will fit on the first row because if the first row is full, it's worth 5. So I'm going to put goldfish, 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 goldfish. There's 5. And I'm trying to figure out how many do I need to get to 10? Well, I know this is a 10 frame, right? So if I have 5 here, I'm going to need how many more to get to 10? I don't even have to count. I'm subitizing. 5 plus 5 is 10. So I'm going to get 5 more goldfish or 5 more marshmallows or 5 more M&Ms. And I'm going to fill my 10 frame. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to check myself. 5, 10. Is the missing number 5? Thumbs up. You can eat them or you can start again. Okay, so there's no writing today. It's just mental math and practicing subitizing and a double 10 frame. You're going to do that same practice for all of these, A through K. Okay, so these 2 things are all you need, and a little snack. Do not need a pencil. Mental math. All right? I will come back for our Bible lesson today. What we're talking about in Bible is we have a new verse. It's 2 verses, and we're going to put them together, and we're going to memorize them this week, and then we're going to keep practicing next Monday and Tuesday. Next Wednesday on your check-in, which is May the 21st. So next Wednesday on your check-in, you are going to memorize that and say it to me on our check-in, and that will be our last Bible verse for this year. It's a great verse. It's going to remind us of a lot of those superheroes that we've talked about this year. So come back for Bible, and I'll see you in just a bit. Have fun. Ta-ta.